closer to me. Okay. What's up, Rose? Hi, everyone. Hi. How was your day? I didn't get to work out today because I pulled a muscle in my back yesterday at the gym. And so I'm feeling a little annoyed that I didn't get to work out today. And I'm still in a little bit of pain. Hi, Antphrodite. How are you doing? I'm okay. I pulled a muscle yesterday at the gym, so I couldn't go to the gym today, and I'm in a little bit of pain still, but we'll see what happens, I guess. Hopefully it gets better. It's better than it was yesterday, but it still hurts a little bit. I can't move in certain ways, and I'm taking ibuprofen. Do you know you did lives? Every once in a while on here. I do my lives a lot on TikTok and Twitch. So if you follow me on there, I'm live all the time. On here, I'm live sometimes. When's my birthday? June 7th. Like Iggy Azalea and Fetty Wap. I think Prince too. I'm new here. I love watching you. A kind heart and soul. Thanks. I'm glad you could see that. A lot of people don't think so, which is not very kind of them, but whatever. Your wedding anniversary is June 7th? Aw, I love that. Actually, May 7th will be 8 years of me making content. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do for May 7th. It's around the corner. I guess nothing. 8 years is like whatever at this point. Yeah. And then I'm going to be 34. Yikes. Yikes. I have like it looks like I have a bald spot there. It's the way he did the razor over there. You don't look 34? I know. It's funny, men think I'm 20 something and then they find out I'm 33 and then they're not interested anymore. I'm like, oh, so you don't like people who are old, but if you didn't know I was old, you would like me. Age is just a number, baby. You look 16, 34. Well, I'm 33 now, but yeah, I will be 34. I was born 91. Doesn't look 34, doesn't sound 34. Thanks, I think. Skincare routine, it's mostly genetics. I drink a lot of water. I use La Roche-Posay. I don't know how to say that. Don't ask me. And then I use Peach and Lily Skin Glass Serum, and then I use Jeffree Star Moisturizer. And that's it. I only wash my face once a day. I like your shorts. My grandma says you're... Oh, thank you. Can you do a reading for me on what to do for be free financially and physically? What do you mean? I when people are trying to manifest money, I always tell them you're doing it wrong. Thank you, Sky, for the tip. I appreciate it. Hi, Aunt. There's this new coworker at my work who just started. I feel great vibes and we have similar values, but sometimes I wonder if it's fake or not. I think something I always tell people when it comes to connecting to someone, if it feels right in the moment, you need to go with it, because regardless if it falls apart later, you are supposed to make that decision. I think you should trust your gut on that one. If things are going well, why make it worse? You know? Thank you for the $10, Dip. If you're going through a hard time, something I always recommend is trying to separate things you can control versus things you can't control. Because if you harbor on the things that you can't control, you're going to be spiraling. But if you harbor on the things you can control, you can take something that's negative and find the positive in it. Thank you, R. I appreciate that. But when it comes to manifesting money, what I was saying about manifesting money, if you're manifesting money, that's like manifesting a hammer when you wanted a house. Money is a tool. What are you going to use that money for? And don't say, oh, I want to be safe and secure. No. What do you need the money for? Because why would the universe give you money if you didn't need it? So what do you need the money for, right? Let's say you have a passion and you want to create a business that helps, I don't know, let's say you're like, want to do something humanitarian and you want to help the homeless or you want to help children or whatever. Come up with that idea and manifest that. Then you manifest the things that are part of that. Finding a good connection, finding a new building to build on, finding a new building to buy, whatever. You got to manifest the pieces of what you're looking for, and you need to have an overarching goal. If you're just looking to have money to be safe, it's not enough. When it comes to manifestation, it's not enough. Thank you, Sarah. Think bigger. Be delusional and think bigger. Money is a tool. So what are you going to use that money for? And then once you get that tool, right, and you get that manifestation, what are you going to contribute to society, to the collective conscious? What are you going to contribute when you get that thing? Because we have to connect each other to each other, and we have to help each other. So what are you going to do with that? Are you going to make people laugh? Are you going to make people cry? Like, what are you going to do? Think bigger and be more delusional. Also, you cannot manifest for other people. You can try. You can maybe give them a little bit of energy, but if they don't do it themselves, it'll never happen. So if you're like, I want to manifest money so I can take care of my family, the universe will go, your family can take care of themselves. Why aren't they doing it themselves? Why aren't they manifesting themselves? That's just how I've noticed it works. It's a law of attraction. So you can be like, I want my mom to be safe and secure and I want to manifest her this. But if your mother doesn't think that she needs that and she doesn't think that she wants that and she's not putting that energy out, it's not going to go to her because she's not energetically compatible with it. Does that make sense? It's going to fall off. What if we're a child? What's wrong with telling your child to say positive affirmations? Every night before bed, make your child say positive affirmations for themselves. What's wrong with that? I think it's really healthy. That's what I would do if I had a kid. Every night before bed, I'd make them say positive affirmations. Or in the morning before they go to school. Why not do that? That way they're more in charge of themselves. No, like a small baby, I mean, I think you're nitpicking there. I think a baby doesn't need to manifest anything. I don't think a baby needs to manifest. I think that's what we're here for, to protect them. You know what I mean? Although maybe babies do need to manifest. I just don't know what they would need. Their baby. Milk, maybe? Babies manifest food, sleep, and love. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could always send love to the baby, but that's different than we're talking about manifestation. We're not talking about sending love or protection. Those are two completely different things. We're talking about manifestation. Protection is a very different thing. Love your videos, and any advice on manifesting your own career paths and creative work while everyone expects getting educated or 9 to 5? Why are you worried about other people's expectations? Just because it didn't work for somebody else doesn't mean it can't work for you. If you believe in yourself and you put the effort forward, I do think it will be rewarded. But you have to be delusional and believe in yourself. I had to believe in myself. Not a single person believed in me when I was doing this. Not a single person. And now look. Not that I'm like the biggest person in the world, but... What does it mean if I keep seeing 1111? What were you thinking of before you saw it? That's what's important. But yeah, so also creatively, start manifesting that you meet the right people or that you find the right tribe or that the right people find what you're looking for. Don't be afraid to start off in a niche. I feel like starting off in a niche is powerful. I love banana bread. I hope I'm not coming off rude. Am I coming off rude? I'm trying to be direct, but I'm like, am I rude? Y'all tell me if I'm coming off rude. I get self-conscious about that a lot, actually. And I'm in a little bit of pain, so I feel like I'm probably a little bit more irritable than normal because my back pain from pulling a muscle at the gym, so okay, good. Just let me know if I sound rude. No, blunt, straight to the point, okay. Okay. You're coming off truthful, honey, which I should, okay. Please send positive thoughts. Okay, well, can the psychic get away with you? Wait, what? I don't know what that means. Just be blunt as fuck. Your skin looks amazing. Thanks. I figured if we get enough gifted memberships, I'll do a little pick a card, a mini pick a card for you guys. We did that the last time. You guys seemed to really like that. So if we get enough gifted memberships, I'll do a mini pick a card. And I'd love to know if I will ever be able to conceive another child anytime soon. I was recently diagnosed with PCOS, which hard for me to lose weight, and I would really love to know. It's really difficult for me to do readings and stuff on pregnancy. I mean, I've done it before, but there's so many variables that it's really hard. And I'll also say, a lot of times with PCOS, there's only so much I can do. Like, that's kind of like a doctor thing. Like, so like, I don't want to like give you false hope, you know? Maria, thank you for gifting a sub. I appreciate that. So it's like, I will say this. I mean, and I don't mean this to like offend anybody, but Sarah, thanks for joining the Antphrodite. That's two. I don't mean this to offend anybody, but I think people need to start to consider adoption more seriously. I have a niece and nephew who are adopted, and I think I've become a very big advocate of adoption. So I definitely would like more people to be open to the idea of adoption, but that's just me. But hey, you know, it's possible for you to get pregnant for sure. I mean, my advice to you about getting pregnant is you have to manifest it, but something people do when it comes to manifestation, I think that they do wrong, is that they harp on it. Manifestation is set and forget. So thank you, Rome, for gifting a membership. Manifestation is set and forget. So set, think about it, manifest it, forget. Then go back later, a couple days later, manifest, forget. You have to let the universe do some of the work. I truly believe that's... I've also had success with people when it comes to getting pregnant, when it comes to helping them find fertility clinics. I helped a friend find a free fertility trial thing where she got to basically do IVF for free. There's a lot of trials that people have applied to that helped my friend apply to. I've helped my friends pick the right doctor, things like that. So going around the pregnancy itself, I can kind of help with, but the direct pregnancy, it's like asking if you're gonna win the lottery, right? Dear, thanks for gifting a membership. I appreciate that's for. So like my advice to you is if you're gonna go down the route of like, you wanna have your own kid, you're gonna have to get fertility doctors involved. There's no other way to do it. So my advice would be try to use your intuition in terms of who you connect with and who you feel like is going to help you, and look for free trials, things like that. Message boards. My friend had a lot of help on message boards. You're kind, inspiring, not rude, just honest. Thank you, Alma. Hopefully that helped a little bit. I don't know if it was helpful. Verdi, thanks for the 3 months. I've got offered a new position on my current, however, I was already thinking of quitting. Would staying benefit me or should I quit? Well, I'm not doing viewer readings directly, so I don't want you guys to feel like you're like, I don't want to do that. But I'll tell you this, if you are unhappy at your job and you have the ability to leave, I always say you need to make sure you're happy first. But if the money is good and you can stick it a little bit longer, it is a bad job market. Andrea, thank you for the 9 months. There's a spiritual reason for not being able to lose weight? No. I'm trying, but I feel like subconsciously weight is some kind of protecting myself? No. I mean, it could be that you feel bad about yourself. If you're feeling bad about yourself, then your body reflects that. So if you're thinking negatively about yourself, that could happen. But for the most part, it's either a medical issue or what you're consuming. As someone that has horrible eating habits, I can relate. Would love a reading, but second opinion on adoption. Wait, what does that mean? Alof, thank you so much as well for the tip. Can you tell me what's to come from a love life? Thank you, Stephanie. Manifest love life for yourself. Believe in yourself. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily an ego about passing down your legacy, but I do wish that more people were open to adoption. But I guess I'm kind of biased, right? Because I have a niece and nephew that are brother and sister biologically, but obviously my brother and his husband adopted them. So maybe I'm just a little biased, but I don't want kids. So no, I would not adopt. I don't want kids at all. The only way I'll ever have a kid is if I fell in love with a guy who had a kid, but to be honest with you, me falling in love with a man is never going to happen, so. Also, something else that I think you should know when it comes to conceiving a child, don't ever, ever, ever for a second think that it's only your fault. Because I've seen a lot of women blame themselves, and then lo and behold, something's wrong with, the guy or his sperm, or maybe, he's too stressed. Like, it takes two to tango. So just keep that in mind. Don't put all the blame and all the burden on yourself, right? Like, and sometimes it just goes wrong. So, or it didn't happen, whatever. Don't just blame yourself. Don't just blame yourself. One of my friends had fertility issues for years, and her husband had fine sperm count, but then they found some shit. I forget what she said they found out about his sperm. I think it was something he was taking. And ended up getting pregnant right after that. So don't blame yourself. And infertility is not like a permanent thing either. It's for everyone, not for everyone. Some people it is, some people it isn't. That's like when everyone was coming at Trisha Paytas because she was infertile, but she had 3 kids, and it's like, what? Do some research on infertility. No one says that you're having infertility issues means that you're permanently infertile. Like, what? I do think a lot of people don't really know anything about pregnancy, though, which doesn't shock me. Yeah, Trisha's pregnant with her 3rd kid. I'm excited. I just came in and spoke directly to my issue right at the bat. Oh, I'm glad. What's the spiritual meaning of premature babies? What's up, Jenny? Thank you. I have this theory that, and I've made a TikTok about this, and I kind of think it's accurate. Obviously, don't know for sure, but my theory, from what I've experienced and felt, is that we incarnate this life to learn a lesson, right? And we have to learn a bunch of lessons to be a whole. And my theory is that babies who are born premature and die, or babies who are born in the womb, assuming that's what you meant, those are the babies that just needed to feel the warmth and the love of another, because there's nothing like the love of a mother in a womb with the baby in the womb. Like, it needed to feel the love of the womb from the mother, and then it was done. Its cycle was complete. If you mean just like a premature kid, that's just a biological thing. It's not spiritual. I believe it's the same thing with babies who die of SIDS. That's my other theory, is that the baby just needed unconditional love from the mother, and that was it. Its cycle was completed. That's my theory. It feels right to me, especially with what I've seen. I'm on shrooms. Hi, Aunt. Be careful. Can you tell me what my boyfriend thinks about me? We've been dating for about 7 months now. I just want to see. I'm not doing direct readings right now, but thank you. I will tell you this. When it comes to relationships, okay, men are very, 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 very obvious and straightforward with what they like and what they don't like. And if you are feeling like you don't understand a guy after 7 months, he's not for you. if you feel like you understand him and you're like not seeing any red flags, you're good. If a man is like distant with you, it's an issue. Caitlin, thanks for joining the Antphrodite. Like, I think people need to understand your intuition is very strong for a reason. So like if you're sitting there and you're like, he's really not giving me anything, like I don't really understand, I don't know what he's thinking. If you don't know what your man is thinking, men are obvious. So that means he's thinking of something else or someone else. It's written all over their face. It's that simple. It's that simple. Especially if like you feel like, oh, he's not doing enough, that's not gonna change. If you don't think he's doing enough, he's never gonna start. Why a lot of mothers abandon their children and they live without the love of their mother? Why do they do that? Usually it's mentally ill, like mental illness, right? Trauma. Life is peaceful and you don't have a guy to worry about. Amen. But I also think, for the most part, I mean, relationships ebb and flow. So sometimes just because a relationship is quiet doesn't mean it's bad. It's the realest thing I heard. I just think that men are a little bit more obvious. Here's what I'll say. Men are more obvious. They're not like the simplest of creatures, but they're a little bit more obvious to what they're doing. I think women overthink it because a lot of times I'll put it to you this way. Women are often second guessing what other women are doing because of their past experiences with that competitiveness. And I think they sometimes think that men think the same way. So a lot of times I'll see women come to me and be like, he says he's going to do this, but I really think he means this. And I have to stop them and go, no, you're on the defense and you're already going into this feeling like there's something else behind the meaning of it. When you do that, you're making excuses for him. Well, he really feels this way, so I'll let it go. Or, well, I'm sure he's really bothered by this. If he didn't communicate it, it doesn't exist. And this is coming from a psychic. I will feel what people are really feeling, and I will ask them, and if they deny it, even though I know I'm right, I drop it and move on. You gotta learn to do that. Like, if they're not communicating it, don't put it in your head. I think it's because women are born on the defense because of society and how it pressures women against each other and how we're in a patriarchy and how men are kind of at the top. And so they're always on the defense. Women are always on the defense, always like, oh my God, like paranoid, so to speak, right? Because they're on the defense. So we got to get out of that mindset. Does that make sense? Because you'll be like, oh, well, actually, he really means this. But wait, did he mean this? When he said this, did he mean that? You're overcomplicating it. Simplify it. And guess what? I know someone's like, well, Aunt, what if I'm like wrong though? Then he can learn to communicate, right? If you're wrong, then he'll say, no, that's not what I meant. I meant this, right? He has a mouth. He can use it. So I just want you to be stronger. I want people to be stronger in their own sense of self. Why do I not fit in anywhere? I don't either. And look where I'm at in life. Not fitting in is the biggest strength you could ever have in your entire life. Anyone who tells you differently is jealous. Not fitting in is a massive strength. Weirdos run this entire world. Do you think that the person who made this phone or the app that we're on was a normal person? No. Weirdos invent new things, they push society along, and they run this world. Don't fit in. It's a trap. The person who made the internet was a weirdo for sure. Think about it, right? If I were to pitch you the idea of the internet, you would roll your eyes and think it's stupid. So weirdos run the world. You dare to think differently? Good. You should. Thank you, Pixel. Do you think I'm part Spanish? Wait, what? How would I know? Wouldn't you know? Or do you not know your ancestry or something? Were you adopted or something? I don't know. I'm confused. How would I know? Do I believe in twin flames? Thanks for giving good advice. I also want to ask how you gain confidence even if you feel different being psychic. I'm not psychic, but I have something weird and would love your insights. When I first started, I never liked to be called psychic. But after 8 years now, I'm definitely confident in it. So I think it's just a matter of validation of that what you're feeling is right over time. There's no other way. It's just experience and time. I think the confidence is built. But yeah, what the fuck was the other question? Damn, I'm getting distracted. I don't remember. I forgot what I was gonna say. Let me see if I can scroll up. Thoughts on BPD? Oh, twin flames. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of times when people describe twin flames, it sounds like a toxic connection to me. When I'm into it, they're not, vice versa, push, pull, chaos. To me, it sounds like an avoidant and an anxious. I think a lot of people need to heal their anxious attachment style. Yulia, thanks for the 7 months. I feel like I'm crazy. Why do I have a feeling like I gotta be successful in music and acting, but I still live a corporate boring life? Why can't you do both? What's wrong with doing both? Plenty of people have corporate jobs and have a hobby where they do acting or something creative on the side. And if it eventually, not if, when it eventually grows, they transition. What's wrong with that? Do both? I do? Yeah, why? What's wrong with that? That's like saying a lawyer can also be a doctor. Why not? You have multiple talents. Who told you that you can only be one thing in life? What? That's silly. We can be whatever the fuck we want. We could be more than one thing. And if you want to change your life tomorrow, do it. Why not? Which Powerpuff Girl are you? I mean, I love Bubbles the most, but I'm very clearly Blossom, and it's annoying, and I don't want to talk about it. May I ask, how did you believe in yourself with your psychic ability? Experience, that's it. Being validated that what I'm feeling is right, that's it. What the fuck? You did not answer my question. I don't know why you're cursing at me, but I never once said that people were gonna get readings if they donated to me or tipped me. So if you tipped me and you thought you were gonna get a reading, I'm sorry. I never said that. I also haven't done a single reading for anybody that's tipped, so I don't know what you're talking about. I want my $10 back. This is bullshit. What a scam. Okay, well, I'm sorry that you did not know how to read, or listen, but that's not my fault. Do you think my rare disability has to do with my father's negative attitude all his life? Did I inherit his bad karma? No, not at all. No, I don't think you can inherit like your family's karma. No. He's giving troll because what? I don't know. The way Anna's being so nice too. I mean, I'm trying. It's okay. I can't please everyone. I'm gonna do a pick a card for everyone when we get enough gifted subs. Can we relax? I just got on this live, all right? I'm just, like, we're not even there yet. We got time. Everyone relax. You can definitely inherit family trauma. I mean, from a psychological standpoint, sure. Spiritually, I don't know. Maybe trauma, not curses. It's a little different, yeah. Is there actually a serial killer in Austin and will we move there next week? You're not gonna have to worry about the serial killer in Austin. Do I think there is one? Yes, I did a reading on it. I think there's two. There's two people. Are you gonna have to worry about it? No. First of all, you're never gonna go to Rainy Street because it's awful and full of construction. There's nothing fun there. And second of all, the serial killer is going after men who are older men, so you'll be fine. Just don't go along the water at night. That's it. Can you tell me you can tell if you have psychic abilities? I feel like if you have psychic abilities, you know. And please ignore him, but I want your advice on new YouTubers, like any advice for people starting out. Your content needs to be different. You need to be doing something that nobody else is. Like, even if you're doing something that someone else is doing, you need to do it differently. And I also feel like there are certain things that like you'll learn along the way, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Like my first couple of videos, the first couple of years of me doing this, I can't watch them. They're awful. Thank you, Jackie. I can't. They're awful. But people love them because it was authentic. You have to be your authentic self. A lot of times people do this thing where they're like, I'm going to put on a character. Okay, I don't think that works. Be yourself. People like raw, I've found, at least for me. Well, I will say this. It depends what kind of audience you're looking for. You got to manifest the right audience for yourself, right? I have like a cult-like following. They like authenticity, right? If you're looking for something that's like mainstream success, then I guess, you know, maybe ask Mr. Beast for advice, right? But I don't know if I would say Mr. Beast is happy. So depends what you're looking for. I don't know if I necessarily believe in generational curses. Amber, thank you for joining the Antphrodite. I appreciate it. I would be a very horrible cult leader because if everyone did everything I said, it would piss me off and I'd leave. I don't like when people just do what I say. So I'd be like the very worst cult leader. Because if I was like, everyone go do this and you all did it, I'd be like, you guys are really annoying and I don't want to be friends with you anymore because you're actually annoying. So it wouldn't work. Because it would bother me that you didn't think for yourself. It would really stress me out really bad. I hate when people can't think for themselves. I like to challenge people so that I can get them to think for themselves. So me being a cult leader is the exact opposite. That Aries moon, yeah. I'll be in Austin this Saturday. I hope I run into you. It depends if I'll go out or not. My back fucking hurts, so maybe. I'm currently having a tough time. My mom's at the hospital. I'm sorry, in hospice. She's very close to passing. I would just love a hello from you and be advice on the process. Oh, I'm sorry, Alma. Hello, and I'm sorry. Nothing is going to prepare you for that. You're also never going to know when she's going to pass. Yeah, when my dad passed, literally had no idea it was going to happen when it did. I will tell you this. Right before they pass, they get a gust of wind. So they get like this like zest for life. They're coherent. They all are like, they're like back to their normal self. That's the sign that they're going to pass. So just keep that in mind. It's like almost every single time that happens. I also believe that they, even though they might not be able to communicate that they understand you, I think they understand you, at least in my experience. So take it day by day. Try to focus on something happy for the day, something that makes you laugh. That way you're not harping on it. It's probably my best advice. It's probably not the nicest thing to hear, but it's what you got to do to get through it. It's hard. Loss is difficult, but remember that even though it's hard now, it does get easier. You know, I'm 10 years now from my dad's passing, and it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. I heal my pain with humor, so I keep his memory alive with jokes. So she's been having a random day where she's suddenly energetic. Yeah. Just try to, here's what I'll say. Try to have happy memories as much as you can with her right now. Think of the beautiful things that you guys can share right now. So young to deal with that now. Yeah, I was like 23, I think, when my dad died. And I know everyone in here who's 23 is probably like, I'm mature for my age. Yes, but I know for me, the way I process that is much different than I would process it at 33. I look back on 23-year-old Ann, I'm like, you process it that well, but 33-year-old Ann would have handled that a lot better. A lot better. So yeah, 22, 23-ish was, I did the best I could. I'll tell you that. I did the best I could. Andrea, thank you for gifting me a sub. I appreciate that. I was the same age as you, and mine died too. It's hard, and I feel like it really, really shapes you as a person. It forced me to grow up, I'll tell you that. It forced me to mature and grow up. I was a little brat, and it forced me to grow up. Especially when you inherit all his debt as a family. Oh, God. You know what they don't tell you? Maybe I shouldn't say this because you're dealing with this, but maybe it'll help you. They don't tell you all the little things that you have to deal with after they die. People calling you, creditors being like, hey, the bill hasn't been paid, and you having to be like, he's dead. Or, insurance or random things coming in the mail from decades ago that are like, hey, da-da-da, and you're like, he's dead. Or the phone calls you have to make being like, he's dead. Should I be worried that my daughter's 8th house is in Aries? Things online scare me. Absolutely not. I have a massively lit up 8th house. Venus, Mars, and Jupiter all in Leo in the 8th house, and look at me. No, 8th house is a house of deeper understanding. A lot of people who are very philosophical or psychologically inclined, especially therapists, have strong 8th house. There's nothing wrong with it. They just talk about the things no one else will talk about, or are fascinated with things no one else will talk about. People who own funeral homes, things like that. Jax, thanks for gifting a sub. I appreciate that. My uncle died in February. My aunt said before he died, he saw a woman in a cloak holding a lantern. Do you know what that could mean? Before he died, I mean, my dad was ordering food before he died, and he was telling some random lady that he what his order was. About like an hour before he died, he was ordering food at like a drive-thru or something, and the lady was like serving him. And he was bitching about the lady's service. So I don't know. I feel like I'm wondering if they have like, I'm wondering if there's like a transitional stage before they die and when they die where they're somewhere else, like a different dimension or whatever, like I guess heaven or whatever, or in my dad's case, hell. And it's a different life and there's a crossover period. Is the Grim Reaper a woman? Maybe. I haven't had my dad long. They need to make a female Grim Reaper movie. I would not watch that. I don't like movies. My dad also had cancer. Were you closer with your dad? I did not have a good relationship with my family. Angela, thank you so much. My love life is a mess. Thinking I shouldn't even have one. Well, why do you know? Well, there you go. That's why you're going to have a messy life when it comes to love. You don't think you deserve true love. You're sitting there saying you don't think you deserve it. Well, yeah. If you don't think you're going to deserve it, if you don't think you deserve it, how is the universe going to give it to you or think you deserve it? We're a reflection of our environment. You know when they tell you to put the weird Post-it notes on your mirror that say positive things? That's important. Make a mood board. Make a fucking mood board of the things that you want, the traits that you want, the type of person you want, looks-wise, everything. Make a mood board. Manifest. Manifest. I think people don't realize the power is in your mind. Like, it's crazy. What does your family think of your abilities? Don't ask, don't tell. My mom is scared of it, to be honest. She doesn't really like it. I do have a manifestation video. Okay, if you're a psychic, then tell me who I voted for president. I don't think we need to be a psychic to know that. I think based on your energy, we can tell. Can you manifest appearance changing, like eye color? No, that's biological. Do you feel like your spiritual gifts have made it harder to develop into deeper intimacy with friends? Yes. 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 Because I feel every movement, every change, yes, I struggle with friendships. Yes. Ask anybody that's ever been my friend, yes. Because once you start switching up, I pull away. And I know you switched up, and you can lie about it if you want, but I know these bitches be switching up. So yes, it's been a lifelong issue for me. Yes. Same thing in relationships. What does that say? Thoughts on Abraham Hicks. I'm not pregnant, so I don't have those. Can you sense if a person is good or bad? Yes. It's a gut feeling. Or aura is real? Yes. You're the funniest person alive. Thank you. I think I'm just ill mentally. What do you think about people with a lot of 12th house placements? There's nothing wrong with that. Why would there be something wrong with that? If you like political stuff, I just uploaded a political reading today. Also, if you haven't joined the YouTube members, please do. I uploaded a video today or yesterday about Joe Alwyn and if he misses Taylor Swift. It's juicy. Also, if you guys gift some gifted subs at the end of the stream, I'll do a pick a card for you guys, a little mini one. We need more gifted. Are you politically neutral? Watch my politics videos. Everything is answered in those. YouTube members of the bomb. I want more people to watch the videos because I think they're fun. So that's why I want people to gift subs. Technically, I make less money, but I don't care. I want people to watch the videos. They're good. I believe in them. Thoughts on the sign of Aquarius? What do you mean? I'm confused. What does that mean? I have a huge inferiority complex. I'm able to live my life fully. Don't know how this will end. Well, if you're aware of it, it's time to start to change that. Put affirmations on your mirror in the morning every day. Write in a journal. Positive things. Have you ever predicted a death? I don't think that would come up. No, Virgo is the worst sign. Why? What happened to you? Why do people stalk people? Mental illness. I was not very spiritually sensitive until my mom passed, and since like my third eye opened. Yes. I think whenever you go through something really, really tough, I think it makes us more sensitive as people into our environments. Yes. Same thing happened with my dad. I'm waiting for a reading on the Bible's reality. Watch my Adam and Eve video. It's already answered in there. Jose, thank you so much for joining the Antphrodite. Cancer is the worst sign ever, period. Damn. Thank you, Andrea, as well, for gifting a membership. What is your skincare routine? Oh my God, I said it already. It's in the beginning of the stream. Do I have a roommate? No. No, I live alone. No, I live alone. Jax, thanks so much. I'm a Virgo, Sun, Sag, Moon, and Rising. What can I do to bring out my Sag traits more? I mean, being unapologetically yourself is the #1 Sagittarius thing. Being goofy, doing something kind of goofy and silly is also really great. I feel like Sagittariuses make really strong leaders too. So doing something independent on your own for yourself and no one else might help you as well. I just think you need to be more bold. Sagittariuses are not afraid to speak their mind. Sagittarius are not afraid to march to the beat of their own drum. That's all you need to do. It's really that simple. Make a scene. Cause a ruckus. Sagittariuses don't obey the rules. Yeah, travel, but you just don't obey the rules. They're very similar to Aries in that way. The difference is that Aries do it for the sport. Sagittarius do it because it's who they are. Britney Spears, Miley Cyrus, great examples of Sagittarians. Frankie, thanks for joining the Antphrodite. I appreciate it. I don't know if I would say Sagittarius love learning new hobbies. I would say Sagittarius are good at something. They're talented. Every Sagittarius I've ever met, anybody with a strong Sagittarius placement, was born with some unique talent. I think Sagittarius and Jupiter are connected with talent. That doesn't mean others aren't talented, other signs aren't talented. I just think that that they always have a natural gift, Sagittarian placements. For your channel anniversary, you should do random street readings. I've been wanting to do that, but it's hard to do that on my own. I need help. And I think I need a mic, too. Did you ever go to Coachella? No. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to 6th Street and do readings. Maybe I'll do it eventually. You guys are inspiring me to do it again. I've always wanted to do it. Do you do celebrity readings? All the time on my YouTube that you're on right now. Do you ever consider reading on JFK Jr., creating an autism registry and what the future looks like? Wait, what? There's an autism registry? I had a landlord. He was actually a very talented professional thief. Oh my God. Experiment on them? What? It's mandatory for us autistics? Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a Buffy reboot. Probably not gonna watch that now. Are most celebrities actually that dumb? Dumb is a strong word. Simple is a better word to use. A lot of celebrities are very ego-driven. You have to be to seek validation that hard. Most celebrities are people pleasers too. They don't really have an identity. They're just trend chasing whatever's popular. Leslie, thanks for 25 years. Is death set in stone what'll happen? I don't think so. I think we have multiple exit points. Our circumstances change and our choices change that. Are you a morning person or night owl? Night owl for sure. Damn, why ain't I a celeb then? Because you probably haven't done something outrageous enough, unfortunately, with this climate. Do you prefer coffee or tea? Neither. Mostly water. The only thing I'll drink sometimes that has any sort of caffeine in it is matcha. But very rarely. I'm super caffeine sensitive. I think someday I'll be famous. Instead of saying famous, recognized for my skill set. Rewarded for my talents. Change the narrative. My B-Day is an angel number. Does that mean anything? It's probably something that you resonate with, right? It's probably a sign the universe sends you when you're on the right path. Do you feel any future celebrities in here? It doesn't really work like that. It's more about being, like I said before, the way I worded it. Are you a good cook? I'm good at cooking. I don't like cooking. Therefore, I don't do it. But if I need to cook, I can. I cook for special occasions and everybody loves my food, and then I resent them all for eating it. I hate cooking. I wish I was bad at cooking so I could have an excuse, but I don't have an excuse. I just hate it. What are your thoughts on spirit guides and signs from them? How do you know they're trying to reach out to you? I mean, it's synchronicities. When you see the same thing over and over again, when you feel it. We feel synchronicities. It's the universe pointing you in the right direction. I'm not saying I'm the most amazing chef ever, but I'm not useless in the kitchen. I just don't like doing it, so I won't. Which celebrity had the best energy you've read on? I have no idea. Not very many. What do I eat in a day? I have horrible eating habits. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I even ate today. But in my defense, my back really hurts, so food has been the last thing on my mind. How can I get my boss to be my sugar daddy? I'm fine with sleeping with him, but I want to make sure I'm going to get money. I don't know what the best approach is, or if it's possible. You know what? Just for how outrageous that is, I'll make an exception and pull a card. But I want us to do better. I want better for you. I want better for you. Page of Cups is detachment. Okay, no emotion involved. Knight of Swords, someone helping someone. Justice reverse. Do I think that he'll be your sugar daddy? No. There's no money cards. No. Hermit, no. However, I do think that he's the type to like the damsel in distress. So if you are someone that needs help with things, emphasize that. If you are not someone that needs help with things, start pretending. Because that's the way to get on his good side. Do I think he's going to give you any money? No. But I do think having a good repertoire with your boss is probably beneficial regardless. And he likes to help. So let him mansplain. Feign ignorance. Feign like you don't know what you're doing or like you need help with something. Just think of Mean Girls when she pretended she was bad at math. Just be like, oh yeah, can you double check this? Bye. Because he likes to help. Knight of Swords. I like to help people who need me. I like to feel needed. I don't think he's going to give you any money, though. But hey, you never know. Sometimes he might know somebody. He might be friends with somebody. Especially Knight of Swords. They like to introduce people to people. So if you get your repertoire up, he might introduce you to someone. Oh, I know a guy. Well, introduce you to this person. That's Knight of Swords. Allegedly for interiors only. But I don't think he opens his wallet. If he do, I don't think he's going to open it for you. At least not right now. I think he has something going on with another girl at work. It wouldn't shock me, but he likes... Knight of Swords likes pet projects. Like, you're my project. If that makes sense. So if there is a boundary crossed, I don't know if that's necessarily his immediate intention. He likes projects. So that's why when I look at the Knight of Swords, I'm like, I don't really see it for you right now. I mean, I guess maybe eventually when he gets bored of his current project, you could be the next one. But that's just someone who likes pet projects. I like to fix, like to change, like to invest. So... you know what I mean? Do you sense I'll have a successful career? Wait, why wouldn't you? Manifest it. Yes. I guess you could kind of wait. You can wait for a window of opportunity there. He did send me to Italy. Did you pretend like you learned something? Because if you didn't, you should. Oh my God, I learned so much about Italy. I learned so much about the language and the culture. Meanwhile, you're partying and eating food the whole time. Girl, just lie. I should have. Bring it up. Oh my God, I remember when I went to Italy. Did I ever tell you that I learned blah, 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 blah? Did I ever mention how much fun I had in this museum and da-da-da? Like, I just want to thank you again. Like, that was really kind of you to do that. That was so sweet. Like, I'll never forget that. It's a memory I'll never forget. I learned so much, girl. Meanwhile, you weren't doing none of that, girl. Just lie. You want advice? I'm giving you advice. Bitch, lie. If you're asking me for some advice on men, Just know who you're asking. Do you think your talent could come from past lives and reincarnations? Yes. I love the girl talk that suddenly turned into. That's what mostly, whenever I do a reading, that's basically what the second half is. The first part is the tarot reading, and the second half is the girl talk. Because now we know the intentions, we can move accordingly. I don't think it's manipulative. I think it's honest. Let's all go to Austin and get brunch with Aunt. Okay, can I say something? I don't eat brunch. I hate brunch. Can I tell you why I hate brunch? First of all, I don't eat breakfast. I'm not hungry in the morning. Second of all, I either want to eat lunch or I'm going to get a snack and then eat dinner. Because if I eat brunch, it's too heavy to eat lunch, and then I'm still full by dinner, and I don't know what to do at dinner time. It stresses me out. I mean, I'll go to brunch, but like, it's not my favorite. Because like, I like breakfast food, but then I'm eating all this breakfast food so early, and then I'll be hungry later, but I can't eat as much as I want to eat later. Oh, it stresses me out. I like mimosas. The problem is that I've been bloating from champagne. Last time I drank too much mimosas, I got drunk and got my ears pierced. That was years ago. That's so sad. You skip lunch and you go to like 11 to fill up enough. The one thing I will say is I'm kind of annoying about the time that I eat. There are certain times that I'm like, I can't eat anymore. Because I don't know if anybody else has this issue. This is going to sound crazy. If I overeat or eat at certain times of the day, I have the worst nightmares ever known to man. I don't know what causes that, but I will have the worst horrific nightmares. So I'm very, very, very picky about when I eat, and depending on the time that I eat, how much food I can consume. I can't eat a big meal at certain times because like I have the worst nightmares that night, no matter what. Even if I eat too much early in the day, I'll have a horrible nightmare. It has to be space. I don't know what's wrong with me that happens, but it's death nightmares and despair. It's awful. It's like psychic attacks. It's awful. A full stomach at bedtime can cause that. Even if I eat too much during the day, at nighttime it'll happen. I have to be very careful about spacing out my food. I have to space out my food. It's weird. Don't sleep in your stomach. I don't sleep on my stomach. I sleep like this. And I don't move in my sleep. I could be channeling. Whenever I travel with friends, everyone wants to sleep in the bed with me and not anyone else because they're all fight over sleeping in the bed with me because I don't move. I don't move and I can sleep through anything. And I can sleep anywhere, anytime. So they all fight over it. Because all my other friends like punch and kick and do all these crazy things, and there I am just this, quiet. I sleep through anything. I don't move. I can go to sleep in 2 seconds. Whoever dates me is going to be very happy. I'll tell you that. You're a puncher? Oh my God. Would I be able to communicate with your fur baby who passed away? Passed? Oh my God, that accent. I'm not a medium, unfortunately. Not yet, at least. Am I very special because God made me different? We're all special, and we're all different. Most people want me in their bed because I make the bed warm. Oh, I run cold. I run very, very cold. My house right now is, I think, 77 degrees, and I'm wearing a blanket. And when I went to the gastro and I said, I think I'm anemic, he got very angry at me and said, no, you're not, shut up, you're just skinny. I was like, okay. My friend, Yvette Licatong, the one I played Repo with, that you guys saw the clips on my shorts, YouTube shorts, of me screaming. When she came to visit, she was like, oh yeah, your house is perfect. And she has anemia, she's anemic, and she's like, your house is perfect. Zero complaints about my house. She barely had to use a blanket. I was like, thank you. Everyone else who comes to my house complains. I keep smelling cigarette smoke. It might be a ghost. For real. Clairsentience. You need a different doctor and a blood panel? I think I just have low iron. Your guinea pig? My friend said that her guinea pig bit off his own nipples in a sign of aggression. And that they do that quite often, apparently. What if you really aren't remarkable in any way? There's something remarkable about all of us. Everyone has something in them. I take iron pills every 2 days and help so much. Really? Yeah, apparently it's a thing that guinea pigs do. Why did my friend randomly stop talking to me and seems irritated by me? Sounds like something I would do. If someone pulls away from you, they're probably overstimulated. Not gonna lie, your angel video scared me. Me too. And I kind of loved it. Any advice if a friend hasn't responded in weeks? You're always funny, but pulled muscle and is hitting different today. Aw, thanks. I mean, if someone hasn't responded in weeks, leave it alone. You're zesty and your face is slanted. No, I think it's your phone. I have a chiseled jawline, so you might have a crooked phone. Thank you, Alaf, for the tip. I appreciate it. I always say whenever someone is not interested in speaking to you, leave them and let them come back to you eventually. They'll boomerang back. And if they don't, you got your answer. We don't beg for a response. Does your social battery ever run out being on social media all the time? All the time. I like people, but all the time. The internet is a very negative place. I used to go to the internet to get away from the negativity in real life. Now I go away from the internet and then go to real life to get away from the negativity on the internet. You cannot go anywhere on the internet without there being negative comments, negative energy. Everyone is so negative on the internet. It's horrible. And it's never gonna change, unfortunately, and it sucks. Everyone is so negative. It's because they believe that their belief system is the only belief system that should exist, and it's annoying. And that goes for anything. Their favorite artist, their favorite color, their favorite food, the way that they make their food. It's this narcissistic tendency that's been imbued, whatever, upon all of us, thanks to the algorithm. The one with negativity lends well to the dead internet theory. It's true. Do you believe every feeling comes from a form of love or fear? And what do you think those are spiritually? What? No. What's your sign, Gemini? Do you think our souls are forever? No. Do you think love creates abundance? I think what you put out in the world comes back to you. You do so much for us. What can we do for you today? I mean, just showing up to this live and participating is more than enough. It's more than I could ever ask for. I really genuinely appreciate each and every one of you spending 5 minutes of your time. It's very, very kind. I'm very grateful. You don't think souls are forever? Please explain. I think we're a part of something bigger. Well, I do believe having intercourse with someone is an energetic exchange, and I do think men can steal energy through you. Yes, I told you that. I very much believe that. I think men can sap your soul. Not joking. That's why I talk about that Lady Gaga quote all the time, because she said the same thing, that men can steal your talent through your private parts, and I genuinely believe that, and I believe that forever. You need to be pickier who you have connections with. Way more picky. Entertaining watch, thank you. I knew it, they are parasites. I don't think all men are, but some are. There's this weird thing that I've noticed, that a lot of men seek female energy, like their mother. Oh yeah, of course you're gonna hook up with a man and heal him. Duh. Stop hooking up with broken men. And hey, men, stop hooking up with broken women. For the 3 men that watch me. I've been celibate for almost 2 years now, but I'm not opposed. I just am picky. It's not like I'm like purposely being celibate. I'm just very picky. I mean, it's normal to go through that when you're younger. I also think, okay, I'm gonna say something now that we're on this topic, and I'm sure most people don't care, but I feel like when you're in a connection with someone, your physical appearance reflects the healthiness of that connection. I've never met a single person who was in a healthy connection that looked bad. They have a glow, they're smiling, they're youthful in appearance, their energy levels are high. Whenever they're connected to some person who's not great for them or not a good person, they're drained, they're tired, they're exhausted. I think we don't pay attention to those things. You know what else I think? When you hook up with a guy, this is something that happens to me. When I hook up with someone and they're not a good person, there are 2 things that are gonna happen. 1, if I fall asleep next to them, I'll have a nightmare. 2, I will get, not necessarily sick, but congested. That's how I know he's not the one. And it happens a lot more often for me because I'm intuitive, but I think we need to pay attention to that. Are we feeling a little ill afterwards? Are we feeling weird? What are we feeling? It's cortisol. Like, what are we feeling afterwards? Because like that, our body tells us things that our mind does not. It's like when you like the smell of a guy, like, you know what I mean? It's very important. If you notice you aren't the same before you met or hooked up with him, if you feel like your energy drained, run, yeah. It's just true. What if I feel that from my parents? Eventually you will be able to live a life independently of them. It's just gonna take a while. What's up, Molly? Will my son come back into my life? I hope so. I can't stand bad smells. Should I leave my entertainment company or accept... Wait, what? Thoughts on Carrie. I don't know who that is. Underwood? What's it like to have someone tell you they love your smell? I mean, people tell me I smell good all the time, but I don't know what you're implying. Like a man? I don't know. I say this with love. No man is ever going to tell me something that I don't already know about myself. So I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to be like, oh my God. I'm going to be like, yeah, I know. Like, I don't know. Cool. I'm so unimpressed by men that like, wow, you did the bare minimum. You said I smell nice. Thanks. Can you give me $10? I'd feel better. You can go get a shake or something. I don't know. I prefer that. What fragrances do you use? Right now, I'm really loving Britney Spears' Candied Fantasy. It smells like bubblegum. Yeah, I'm not insecure at all. And I love compliments, but like I need a little bit more than you smell good. You smell good is great when you first meet me and you're like introducing yourself. Oh, yay. But after I know you, if you're just like, oh, you smell good, that's definitely not enough. I need more. You're going to need to do something else there, buddy, because like we already established I smell good. What else? If you're going to compliment me, I need it to be a little bit more specific. You smell like bubblegum and it makes me really want you. Okay, that's better. We're getting somewhere. Oh my God, you smell so good. You're driving me absolutely crazy. I can't stop thinking about you. There we go. That's better. That's better. We're getting somewhere. I need more. What's your types look-wise and astrologically? I like beachy boys. Astrologically, I don't care. How do I find people like you, people with high self-esteem and confidence? I think people like me are difficult to find because we're so isolated. I mean, I isolate myself from everyone. I just isolate myself from everyone. It's like my thing. I just don't want to deal with it. And then when I try to deal with it, I'm just the villain. So I just walk away. I'm like, okay, goodbye. I don't care anymore. So I'm working on it, but I find a lot of comfort in being on my own. And I'm really good at being on my own. So, excuse me. I just very much enjoy doing things independently. Do you mind telling us about your ethnicity? 100% Italian. The way we thrive in isolation needs to be studied. It doesn't need to be studied. I already found out what my issue was. Maybe it's similar for you. I went to therapy years ago. I have an abandonment wound that is manifested into unhealthy levels of self-reliance. It's an abandonment wound for most people. Do you know any words in Italian? Some curse words? Which generation of Italian American are you? My parents were born here. What's your favorite curse word? Starts with an F. And it's not 4 letters. And none of you can say it, but I can. Do you plan on doing a Joe Alwyn reading? I already did. Join the YouTube members and you can watch it right now. Joe Alwyn, Taylor Swift, does he want her back? Find out. Join the YouTube members right now. It's uploaded. Not the evil laugh. You asked. Who is one celebrity you identify with? Right now, Katy Perry, because everyone's persecuting her, and I feel like I'm always persecuted. What's Planet X? What are you looking forward to this year? It being over. No, the summer. I love the summer. I feel like I'm a happier person in the summer. My vibes are better. I also like walking around half naked, which I can only do in the summer, so. Booty shorts, crop tops. Oh, by the way, I ordered a bunch of shit from True Religion, and I think it's supposed to come in the mail. It's probably already delivered by now. So I might do a try-on haul. Not on the live, but... Thank you, Andrea, for gifting a sub. If we get 20 gifted subs, I'll do a pick a card for you guys, a mini pick a card. If we can get 20 gifted subs. I was going to go live on Twitch, but my back was hurting me, and I was waiting for my ibuprofen to kick in, and this chair is more comfortable than that one. So, we're here. It was either I stream even later on Twitch, or I stream on here. Truly's on, and I BB my belt. I miss Poopy, but I never smell. No, I got everything. I got a bunch of stuff from True Religion, 50% off everything, so I'm excited. I don't know if I'll fit in it all. Let's hope I do, because I don't return. And it was an expensive haul, but it was all 50% off. What's your midheaven sign? Probably Libra, I think. I forget, actually. I don't really remember. I think it's Libra. How do you go on live without getting overwhelmed? It looks fun. It's second nature to me 8 years into it. It's just like a second nature to me. Oh my God, PB, thank you so much for gifting 10 Antphrodite memberships. I appreciate that. Haul stream now? Girl, no, because if I go and get my packages and come back, y'all will all leave the live. Hari, thank you so much for joining us, Antphrodite. Y'all will literally all leave the live. So no. Also, I can't even get it without my phone. I can't even get in the mailroom without my phone. So, it's not possible. I haven't done an update of new jeans, no. You can start a live unboxing once you get it. Are you an only child? No, I have a brother. And now I have a niece and nephew. Smile, thanks for gifting, for tipping 10. I appreciate that. Thank you for all the love and support. Don't be rude to Aunt. Wait, what did I do? If they were rude, I didn't see it. Which charm sister do you identify the most with and why? Phoebe. She has an abandonment wound. She predicts the future. She gets all the hot guys. She's locally famous. She is a writer, which I was in another life before I did this. She gives advice, so do I. Thank you for gifting a sub. Username. She likes bad boys. I don't know. I feel like I'm very much like her. She's a little bit of a pick-me. Same. Friends or Seinfeld? Grew up watching both of those. My mom is like the biggest Seinfeld fan ever. I like both of them for different reasons. People who think Friends is not funny, I worry about those people. The show is very funny, but I think you have to, when you watch Friends now, you have to remember the time period it was airing in. It's like when people think Seinfeld isn't funny because other shows have taken from Seinfeld. It's like you gotta put yourself into the mindset of this is old. So things have branched from that. I just hate when young people like Friends isn't funny. It's like, okay, you weren't there and you're not understanding that it's very old. Adri, thank you for gifting 5 subs. I appreciate that. Did we need 5 more or did I count wrong? Also, Friends has a lot of dud episodes, but a lot of really funny episodes. What do you consider a bad boy? I don't know. There's a lot of different ways that someone could be bad. There is no plot in Seinfeld, but that's the point. The point is it's a show about nothing. You got to look at Seinfeld as like, that's a really funny episode. It's like Will and Grace. I love Will and Grace. I watch it all the time. Certain episodes are hilarious. Like that episode where Grace has the water bra. Literally hilarious. And then there are some episodes where you're like, that sucked. Elaine and her dance. My mom's favorite episodes was my mom's favorite episode of all time is the marine biologist. There's the Junior Mint episode that they really liked. There's My Wallet's Gone. There's the Christmas card nip one. The Soup Nazi. There's a lot of really funny episodes. What's your favorite episode in all of Friends? I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite episode of all time, but I really like I really like when Phoebe, it's like the I don't know if I could say it on here, but the tape video with Phoebe and the sister or whatever. How do I explain that without saying it? I don't think I can say the words on here. That or Nestle Toll House. Because I always think of Nestle House every time I see Nestle Toll House. I always think of that. Or Ichiban lipstick for men. That's printed in my brain too. Regina Phalange, yes. Perfect way to reference that. Smelly cat, what are they feeding you? Oh, of course Phoebe was my favorite. Duh. Of course. Favorite Charmed episode? Centennial Charmed. I cry every time. Every single time. I will cry every time at Centennial Charmed, and I'll cry every time at Forever Charmed. Has YouTube ever demonetized one of your videos? Yup. All the time. One time I got a video demonetized because for, I don't know, it said something about like sexual reasons, and it was because I talked about somebody cheating on somebody. It's like, what the hell? What the hell? This is the weirdest thing ever. All I said is somebody was cheating on somebody, and then it was like, it was sexually inappropriate. I was like, what? The Charm set had so much drama. Holly is still on social media being weird and always posting about Shannon. I know. I've done a reading on it for the YouTube members, if you haven't seen it. We need 5 more subs, and then I'll do a little mini pick a card. That's what it says on the bottom here now. Would you do a reading about the front runners for the next Pope? I just did a Pope reading. It's on my YouTube. How many celebrities let you know they're not happy with the reading you did on them? They're not going to tell me directly. They're just going to report my video. Yulia, thanks for gifting 5 subs. I appreciate it. All right, let's do this. Would you ever consider doing a reading on the dynamics between the Blackpink members? I already did. It's on the YouTube members. Join the YouTube members and you will see that video. Charmed is one of my favorite shows of all time, if not my favorite show of all time. I've watched it start to finish 1,000 times. earlier in the year, I watched season 1 to season 8, every single episode. And then right after I did that, I watched season 1 to season 8 again, back to back, the entire series, twice in a row. Andrea, thank you for gifting a sub. And that's something I do all the time because I have an illness with that show. So, yeah, it's very addictive for me because I do this thing where I go, oh my God, I love this episode. I just need to watch this episode. Elizabeth, thank you for joining Sagittarius. And the next episode, I go, oh my God, I love this episode. I just want to watch this episode. Rachel, thanks as well for joining. And then I go, oh wait, but this episode is really good. And I need to watch this one. And then before I know it, I've watched all of season 6. And then I'm like, well, might as well start it again. Mel, thanks for gifting a sub. Or I'll do the thing where I'm like, I just want to watch this part of this episode. I'm just going to watch until this part of the episode. And then I watch 20 minutes of it. And I go, well, since I'm already 20 minutes in and I saw my favorite part, I might as well finish it. Andrea, thanks again for joining Antphrodite. Or Antphrodite Supreme. Thank you. Oh my God. So it's just, yeah. I have it defaulted to the Charm channel on my TV. And I had to force myself to not do that. And to change, I didn't watch Degrassi, and to change, like, thank you, by the way, for the tip, and to change all the stuff, because, like, I will sit there and watch it every day. Like, it's bad. The only thing is, I don't like season 1. It's not good. And there are only some good episodes of season 2. Yeah, you can tell what episode it is based off the outfits or the hair, for sure. John Cho and Dead Man Walking. One of the only times the girls were allowed to have any sort of romance with anybody who wasn't white. Would you ever do another reading on yourself? I could. Love you. Lori, thanks for the 17 months. I appreciate it. Who's your favorite character in Charm? Phoebe. Steph, thanks so much for joining as well. All of their hairs change except for Piper's. Oh my God, Meep, I'm sorry. Hey, if somebody's bullying you, bully them back. Fight fire with fire. All right, let's start this. Phoebe must have been a popular name back then. Probably. You look tired. I just have horrible allergy shiners, so I awful under eye circles. I'm self-conscious about it, so thank you for pointing it out. Lashes are long and thick, like your man. Thank you. Would you consider doing a current read on Amberlynn Reed or Foodie Beauty? Are you a lolcow? I'm not opposed. Y'all hear that damn baby? Y'all hear it? There are 2 families on my floor that have, like, babies that are, like, under 6 months. It's crazy. They're very sweet, though. They're very kind, so I have no complaints. But they've got money. Money. Both of them have money. They have nannies and the stuff that they wear. I'm like, damn, y'all got money. Money. Okay. Group 1, Group 2. I'm showing you as if they look different. Group 3. Pick your number. So the general pick a card. Why they live in an apartment if they got money? Oh, my apartment is bougie, baby. Trust and believe. This bitch is bougie. and top-notch security. That's one thing I don't play about. I gotta be safe where I live. For what I pay in this bitch, oh yeah. I had an issue in my last apartment complex where people would pretend that they were my friend to like find out where I lived. So can't do that no more. Okay, y'all got your number? How much is your rent? $45 million a month. Listen, I'm not balling like that, but not yet at least. Maybe one day. All right, so general, pick a card. Okay. Y'all ready? This is pile number 1. It's a pick a card. Just pick a pile, 1, 2, or 3. It's a pick a card. Bitch is only 1 to 3. My back is killing me. All right, I'm gonna try to do this. Okay, so pile number 1 is your general pick a card. 4 of Cups, forced to detach from something. 10 of Cups, family or happily ever after. Excuse me, 7 of Pentacles, comfort. Okay, so we're detaching from something we're comfortable with. 10 of Pentacles is long-term success. Fool is spontaneous and new adventure. And the 10 of Wands is a burden. You're going down the wrong path and it's time to change. You are chasing something to the detriment of yourself. It could be a person, place, or thing. But you're putting too much time, effort, and energy into something, hoping it'll grow when it will never grow. There's a better thing to put your time towards, a better opportunity that you're scared to do. It's essentially about playing it too safe and needing to take a bigger risk. The Fool is about taking that leap of faith, and it will be rewarded with the 10 of Pentacles, which is a lot of success. So for me, you're playing it too safe, and you're trying too hard. You're not doing what you want to do. You're doing what you should do. Be a little bit more spontaneous. Be a little bit more rebellious. Do what you would like to do, not what you're supposed to do, not what is right, not what everyone is telling us, not what we don't do what you want. Be a little bit messy. You're too put together, and you're trying to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. You're wasting time. You're wasting time. There's something bigger, or someone. It could be a person too. For those of you that feel like you're really content in your life, it could be a person that you're trying too hard to kind of like keep things calm and copacetic when really toss. Thanks, Cosmic, for joining. Antphrodite. A lot of times it's a person that's like draining, that you're not realizing you're doing all of the emotional work with. And that it should be a little bit easier. That connection should be a little bit easier. All right, pile number 2. Who chose 2? Put a 2 in the chat. I want a donut. I don't remember if I ate today, which is not good. I don't think I did. Did I eat? I don't know. I don't remember. All right. 3 of Cups, jealousy, gossip, distrust, disloyalty. Uh-oh. I do not have an eating disorder. I just don't know if I ate. I don't remember. 6 of Pentacles is reversed, so this is a lack of follow-through and accountability. I have been drinking water. The Star card is reversed, which is about negative attention and negativity. The Queen of Pentacles is about instability. I know, I think I might have ADHD. The Queen of Swords is upright, which is about someone who's sharp-tongued and not super kind. And the Lover's card is about an attachment. You have a hating-ass bitch around you, and for some reason here, you're blind to it. Earth, thank you for joining us, Antphrodite. The Lover's card. This person does not handle things well, and I feel like you clean up their mess. And I also feel like this person doesn't treat you poorly, but they treat others poorly. If you hang out with garbage, you start to stink. So for me, it's really important for you to be pickier about who's in your space, because the reason that this person isn't that way with you is because you have something that they want or desire or need. And if you didn't have that, they would treat you that way as well. I think a lot of you, this is going to be a friend. But it just feels like there's someone here that, like, you know better and you're trying to keep it cool with them. But that's only going to last so long before you're going to have to cut them out. Especially because the Three of Cups is someone that can't be trusted, which means that with the Star being reversed, they don't have nice things to say about you. And they're not going to. Yep, it could be at work as well. The Star is like, I mean, think of it like an obsession. I need to talk about you. I just got here and I'm being attacked screaming. Like, just be, so my advice to this group is to be smarter. Be more strategic with what you tell this person. Be more strategic of the energy you give this person. And don't stick your neck out for them. They won't do the same for you. You have to be more strategic, more logical. Don't fall for the sob story. If they're upset, it's not your job to make them feel better. They can self-regulate. Katie with Regina screaming. Think of it like they can cry themselves to sleep, like a baby. Self-regulate. Okay, pile 3. Who chose 3? Nine of Swords, stress and anxiety. Follow through, commitment reversed. Hierophant reversed, so lack of follow through and commitment. Knight of Wands. Okay, passion. Betrayal, Ten of Swords, backstabbing, betrayal. Three of Wands, liberation. Six of Cups, past. Someone who was there for you in the past is not going to be here for you now, and that's a good thing. You won't see it that way at first, but it will be a good thing. I do think some of you might be losing a long-term friend or a long-term companion. It's a good thing. It's healthy. For others, this is a message of who you were previously is no longer who you're going to be in the future. So what this is essentially saying is that there's a period of rebirth that you're going through of who you are. So a lot of times when I pull stuff like this, it can feel like there's a lot of change happening. There's a lot of chaos happening. But the reason for things like this is because we need to be around better energy and better things. I think the universe is setting you up for a new beginning. Like, think of it like a new cycle. A new cycle is starting. So this is the finishing and the completing of a cycle. Take me home. Thank you for joining. This is the beginning of a new cycle. And what suited you before doesn't suit you now. And so I know a lot of you are probably like panicking. This doesn't have to be negative and toxic. It doesn't have to be, I stopped being friends with that person because we had a falling out. It can be simply that person is married and I'm single and we don't see each other as much because we're in different places in our life. So I think what this message is for this group is to let you know that transitions are weird and awkward, but positive. And I think you're transitioning into a different phase in your life where you're going to need a new tribe. And I do think you're going to be making new friends. I think you're going to be in new places, new environments. I think you're going to be around different types of people who have different personalities than you're normally used to. You're going to be invited to different places, but you need to be ready and to embrace that. And you need to let go of what was. Connections change, and that's okay. It's positive. It's gonna seem really scary, but the thing is that once you connect to better energy, you're gonna realize why it happened, and you're gonna be a better person for it, and you're gonna be happier. Because what's happening is, what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, like I said before, it's like you're frustrated because your friend, it's like if you were frustrated because your friend who has a baby can't spend time with you. And you're like really frustrated, like you can't spend time with me, like you never have time, but you're single. And then you end up connecting with single people and having a single friend group. Like that's what this message is. It's like you're trying to drain juice from a berry that has none. Or maybe even you're trying to drain juice from a berry, but that you think is a berry, but it's not a berry, it's an apple. And so there's barely any. That's like what it is. It's like a different fruit that you're looking for. You're trying to eat a banana when you're talking to an apple. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's different than what you initially thought. It's changed, and you're expecting it to be what it used to be. So it's a new vibe, a new energy. I kind of like that one. I actually think 3 is a positive message, but I know most of you won't see it that way. Okay, Google, pick a number from 1 to 3.
2.
Does anybody remember 2? Because I already forgot it. Let me think while I think. I don't remember 2. Someone refresh my memory. What was 2? Two was a hating friend. Oh, I already know who that is. I ain't got worried about that. I already have an op. Well, first of all, I have like 50 ops, but I already know who that is. I ain't worried about it. Who isn't jealous of me at this point? Secret hater. Yeah, I already have a couple of those. I knew you'd forget. I don't have an inner dialogue. It'd be hard. Girl. Listen, one of my friends is constantly pointing out how forgiving I am and how people treat me. So I'm very well aware. Two of my friends actually are constantly doing that. So I'm very well aware. Where'd you get your shirt from? I think my mom got it from Target years ago. Well, if you like that, make sure you guys gift YouTube memberships because I want people to watch the videos. They're really fun. And if you haven't joined the YouTube members, you should. I just did a video on your mom. No, I did a video on Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn. Does Joe Alwyn want her back? I will be your bodyguard. I have anger issues. I can handle myself, but I appreciate that. Thank you. You're a hard worker. You're welcome. Most people have an inner dialogue. I don't. Someone give me a membership. Anybody want to gift Merlin one? Or Nicole? When are you back in LA? I don't know. Maybe this weekend. To summer. How tall are you? 5'9". I know I look tall, but I'm not. You'd be shook if you did? If I did what? Or meme? Pick-a cards? Pick-a cards are just for fun. Joe Alwyn Def doesn't want her back. Well, you would know if you would watch my video. What do you listen to when you work out? So many different songs. Depends on the day. I want to watch that Joel Alwyn video so bad. Membership. I need this live today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know my energy was a little bit low, and I didn't do as much as I wanted to do in this stream, but I fucking pulled a muscle in my back, so I'm doing the best I can. What's your real name? Antphrodite. It says it on my birth certificate. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat. I'm hungry. Starting to get hungry. And I can't remember if I ate this afternoon or not. I don't remember. This afternoon was a blur. I don't remember any of it. Yeah, I don't remember any of it. I mean, I stream on here a decent amount. I stream on Twitch and TikTok almost every day on both of them at the same time. Antphrodite everywhere. I had Whataburger 2 days ago. Sally, thanks for joining us, Antphrodite. Sweet, did you go out? No. It's very rare that I'll go out on a Thursday, and there's a 50% chance I'll go out on a Friday. Saturday is like a 80% chance I'll go out. I didn't drink at all last week at all. I think I had one shot, if I'm remembering, or a half shot that my friend gave me. It was like a half. That's it. So. Is that not what burnout is? What? Shady, thank you for gifting a sub. Do you ever go out alone? All the time. Do I take pre-workout? I do not. I get up in the morning and throw myself in the gym first thing. Broccoli, pasta, sauce, chicken. I'm not cooking. I don't cook. I'm currently fasting and it ain't easy. I forget to eat a lot. I'm obsessed with Morgan Roos and TikTok. Me too. I love her. Everyone's just now catching on to her. I used to share her videos on my Twitch all the time. Everyone's now catching on to her. I'm like, oh, I have great taste. Y'all always love everyone I love. I love it. I will say, though, I love Morgan. And I say this with love. I think her stories are real. I just think that they're exaggerated. But I don't care. They remind me of Tana Mojo. So I'm okay with it. Chelsea, thanks for joining the Antphrodite. I appreciate it. I think they're slightly exaggerated, but I'm okay with that. Who's playing music? Or what business is playing music? Morgan reading? I love her. I think she's really fun. She's a fun girl. She's a fun girl. I like her. She reminds me a lot of the girlies that I know in Austin that are like that too. Although, I question how she's able to drink so much over and over and over again. I'm like, girl, how the hell are you drinking every single day for like 4 days in a row and still looking so good? I'm like, what is your secret? Did you watch Drag Race? I watched the clips. It was too boring and shitty this season, so I clocked out of it halfway. Easy, you just do it and not eat. What? You can't drink and not eat. Noelle, thank you for joining the Antphrodite. The finale was terrible this year. Oh yeah, I saw the clips. It was awful, but I expected that. The season was awful. I couldn't even finish. It was the first season I could not even stand. I literally was like, goodbye, I don't care anymore. And I'm not watching All Stars either. They tried. All Stars is awful. I hate all Stars. I'm good. I'll watch the clips. Besides, they already spoiled the top two for all of us. It was all over my fucking Twitter. I was like, perfect. I already know the top two. And I'm not pleased with one of the people in the top two, so I'm already not watching it. Merlin, thank you so much for joining the Antphrodite. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Christy. I love watching your videos. I find it both relaxing and entertaining, but I'm forward to with a lot of health problems. I love reading to see if I have a future. Oh my God, why would you phrase that so morbidly? Of course you have a future. I don't do health readings, but I think, okay. I think this is something that applies to everyone, not just people who suffer with chronic illness. Every single day, you need to live it to its fullest. I think people who have chronic illness probably, or, who are, declining health-wise, I think they probably have a more sense of urgency with this, but I think it applies to everyone. We are in control of a lot of things in our daily life. There are some things we aren't, but we are in control with a lot of things. And if we take time out of our day, there's this girl on TikTok that's doing this thing where she spends an hour a day doing something fun for her and no one else. And she's just doing stupid, silly things to make herself feel better, like flying a kite and stuff like that. I think that sometimes managing a situation that's not the best is by implementing something that is enjoyable in between the parts of it that are necessary, if that makes sense. So one of my favorite quotes from Britney Spears is that she chooses to be happy every day she wakes up. She chooses to be happy, which is a Sagittarian thing. And I think we have to choose to be happy, and we have to work hard at being happy. Happiness is earned, okay? And so think if you can sort of implement certain things throughout your day that make you happy, that are for you and no one else. Maybe it's, eating a cupcake. Maybe it's writing in your journal. Maybe it's making a mood board. Maybe it's watching your favorite TV show. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's flying a kite. Maybe it's joining an art class. Maybe it's pottery. There's no excuse to not try. And I feel like that's something we all need to do better at, myself included. Edgar, thank you for the $20 tip. Olaf, thank you. I love you so much, new fan here. Anything I need to know, my inner superstar shine and manifest my dream life? When we're manifesting something for ourselves, manifest the audience. What do you want them to feel? What do you want them to say to you? What do you want them to say about you? Start saying that out loud. You'll sound like a lunatic, but you'll manifest that. So for instance, oh my God, you're so talented. I'm so proud of you, Anthony. I'm so proud of you, Anthony. You work so hard. You are so talented. You sound crazy, but you're manifesting it for yourself. Yeah, you can manifest like that. It works. I do it all the time. I'm so proud of you. You work so hard. And then the next day, someone will comment that on my YouTube. Sounds crazy, but it works. I don't really care if people think I'm crazy because I know it works. Say it out loud. Damn, Aunt, you smell so good. Next day, wow, you smell really good. It works. So start clapping for yourself if you want applause. I tell everyone, be delusional. Be delusional. Anyone who tells you not to be delusional is a hating-ass bitch. Get them out of your life. Be delusional. You'll manifest it. You need sunlight, bro. And you need a talent, but I can't just manifest that one out of nowhere. I have many. No, I don't see any. So sorry, though. I see none. We talked about manifesting money earlier in the stream. Money is a tool. So manifest what you want to use the money for, not the money itself. Why are all the trolls men? Because men get very uncomfortable with things that women like because they feel ostracized. So they come into my stream where there's 400 women and get intimidated because they've never been around that many women. So it's always funny. I always tell men who hate on what I do for a living and they're like, oh yeah, that's for girls. I'm like, so you don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of women? And then they look at me and they go, that's not what I said. I go, yeah, it is. You think what I'm doing is stupid. You want to be around it, right? And they go, yeah. And I go, so you don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of beautiful women. Got it. Sound a little gay. I don't know. Sound a little gay to me. Just saying. No shade. It seems like most men online just hate to see women have fun or happy. Thank you, Jennifer. They hate anything that's feminine, or anything that girls like. So They hate that girls like tarot and astrology and stuff. They hate it. I'm like, okay, whatever you say. And my favorite thing is when men are always like, prove it to me. I go, why the hell would I prove it to you when a bunch of people already believe in what I do? Did you ever think for a second that you're just not my target audience? Why do I care if you believe in what I do for a living? You're not my target audience. What? Like, that's like me coming up to you being like, you need to prove to me that I should be into sports. I'm good. I have a doctor's appointment. I'm just going to go argue about Britney Spears and Katy Perry on the internet instead. Like, what? That's what I do. I'm gay. Yeah, I'm only about 7 weeks in the morning sickness out. Oh my God, congrats. They're saying prove it for a free reading. Oh my God, fan behavior. One of my favorite thing is when I'm out and about, especially if I'm at a bar, because when people are drunk, they love to do this. They always go, oh my God, can I get a reading? I go, oh no, I'm kind of not. And they're like, I'll pay you. And I go, oh no, like I'm just out and about right now, whatever. I'm not really working. Oh, but like, I'll give you like 20 bucks right now. Do me a reading. Girl, if I told you no twice and then you tell me I'll give you 20 bucks, I'm insulted now. What do you mean you'll just throw me 20 bucks to give you a reading right now? We're not at a bar. Really? It's like I always feel like what am I, a novelty to you? 20 bucks at a bar. I'm at a bar. The last thing I'm gonna do is work. I've already told you I don't want to work. I've already told you no, 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 no. And then you're just like, well, I'll give you 20 bucks. Like I'm a waiter or something and I'm giving you a tip or you're giving me a tip or something. It's like the weirdest thing. People do it to me all the time. Thank you, by the way, Black Milk. I appreciate that. It's weird. Should I know anything about my job? How can I improve? Well, I'm not doing direct readings, but I'll tell you this. If you are happy and you are working hard and you're connecting with the people around you, you'll be fine. As long as people feel comfortable around you and you feel comfortable around them, you should be fine. I feel like making a calm, copacetic environment is valued more so than anything. I mean, it's not that I feel it's. I mean, it's very flattering that someone wants a reading, but but it's just like the way they go about it is like I can tell they don't respect what I do for a living. So I'm kind of just like, you want me to drop everything in the middle of a bar and you want me to stop having fun and start working? Like, what? It's just weird. I'm like, and then I'm like, I like look at them. I'm like, would you ask a lawyer for a free for a consultation not free for a consultation right now at the middle of the bar, and say you would pay them for the consultation, or would you book on their website? I'm like, what? That's so weird. Because then I'll be like, oh, I have a website. And they'll be like, oh, no, 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 I want it right now. And I'm like, what do you mean? How drunk are you? Like, what? You know what's even funnier? If those people would have came up to me and been like, hey, I'm going to tell you what my issue is. I don't need a tarot reading, but can you just tell me what your intuition says? I would probably do that for them for free. And just so we're all clear, my intuition and my tarot reading are one and the same. That's why when you tip and I give you advice, just so you know, it's very similar to what the cards are going to tell you. The cards help me pinpoint my accuracy a little bit more, and they're like gutters for bowling, where they kind of make sure I don't go off track. But my intuition itself is very strong without them. So it's more of a safety net than anything, and sometimes a starting point or a guide. So if they were to just ask me my advice, I would probably give them an intuitive opinion. But they don't, so they're lost. And I do free readings all the time. I do free readings on my lives all the time. So if you catch some of my lives on like TikTok or YouTube or Twitch, you can win a free reading from me there too. Today, I didn't do too many. I'm in pain. Sorry. I apologize. But we did do a pick a card. Do you still have a crush on Logan Paul? Physically, I've said this a million times. It's not his personality that I'm attracted to, it's his physical. And I would give a different celebrity, but every time I tell you Tfue, you don't know who that is, and they look alike. So I don't know what else to tell you. I just want you to roast me. Oh, I'm not gonna roast you. Which celebrity's energy is your type, Ant? I don't read men very often, so no answer. I can't think of any. I like himbos. I like a very beautiful man who's very dumb and stupid and is full of emotion. Like a Leo. But I like dumb men. Very stupid, pretty men are my type. I don't like intelligence. It's not attractive. I love Glenn Powell's personality. I've been a Glenn Powell stan before you were. All of y'all. Charming and dumb. That's my type. Yeah, I just don't really like intelligent men. It's really not attractive, I'm gonna be honest. It's just not cute. Side note, won a reading from you a while back. You said something that was really specific and unusual. Got a private reading from someone else who clarified the exact point. Oh, per. Hopefully that's a good thing. Oh my God, thank you, colors. I got the Fool card for my reading for my purpose in life. You're bringing carefree and happiness to others for your purpose. Fool, youthful. So for instance, sometimes I'll give you a good example of a great job for a Fool life path. I watch these guys make balloon animals. They have a balloon animal business for kids on TikTok. I watch them all the time. That would be a Fool. That's like a Fool card. Disney princesses for a living. Dress up, Fool. Face painting, Fool. Just random shit like that. Something youthful, young, fun, vibrant, not super serious, carefree. Maybe with children. What does it mean if I pull the tower? Restructuring from devastation, insurance, claims, construction, therapy, psychology, shelters, things like that, rebuilding. What about Ace of Wands? Usually about a passion turned into a business or pregnancy. Could be baby related. Or technically Ace of Wands is a phallic image too. Ashley, thank you for joining us here in Antphrodite. What eye cream do you use, bro? You look 20. I just have concealer on right now. I don't use eye cream. Every eye cream I use doesn't do anything. I use the Hourglass concealer. No, cards don't have bad vibes. Ant's Beauty Secret's not giving a fuck. Yvette tells me that problematic white people age better, and that's why I age well. My friend Yvette, look at that. She always tells me that. All right, I'm gonna go get food. I love you guys. Watch the YouTube video today. It's on Trump 2028. If you join the YouTube members right now, you have so many videos this month and you'll get all the other months, but you will also be getting access to the Joe Alwyn and Taylor Swift reading, Does He Want Her Back? I also just did a video on one of my subscribers, one of you guys, won a reading from me, and the reading is about if they're great-grandparent or great-uncle was murdered by the U.S. government. Yes or no? Were they or were they not? And it's my juiciest reading I've ever done. Very proud of that reading. It was juicy. Thank you. It was very difficult. Probably the most difficult reading I've ever done in my life. I don't know if it was super accurate, but I guess we'll find out eventually. So you should join the YouTube members for that because I'm very proud of that one. And I know a lot of people are getting annoyed at me. They're like, why do you keep bringing up the YouTube members? Someone the other day was like, oh, you're being greedy bringing it up. First of all, if I wanted to make the most money, I'd be pumping out private readings 24/7. Okay? Those make me the most money. And if I really wanted to, I would just be asking for tips directly for readings on here. The memberships do not make me the most money because I only get a percentage of that. I guess most of you guys know that by now. I actually just really want you guys to watch the content because it's good and I'm proud of it and I'm proud of my work and I want my work to be seen by people. That's it. And I want you to have a bang for your buck. $5 a month gets you, oh my God, it's fucking raining. It looks like hail. It's so big. That's what she said. But yeah, I actually just want you guys to get your bang for your buck. That's it. So, I love you guys. Subscribe, follow me, join the YouTube members. Join my Twitch and my TikTok, same name, Antphrodite. I go live on there all the time. I give away free readings all the time on those platforms. So join me on there too. If you have suggestions for Monday's video, I have to film it tomorrow. So if you have suggestions for Monday's video, please let me know in the comments. Nicole, thank you. I love you guys. Bye. Oh, perfect. It won't end. I'm about to scream. Oh, there it goes.